Hi everyone. I'm here to share some hands from the trials that we just finished. We came back winners, and there were a lot of interesting hands from the course of the event. I still have hands that I want to share with you from the Bermuda Bowl, but these ones are fresh in my mind, so it's going to be very easy for me to just run you through the video. So this was the last board of the fifth segment. It was a push board. Both tables beat four hearts, but it was a really interesting hand that I thought it was worth going over. From my perspective, it's also a really interesting declare play problem. If you would have been to be a fly on the wall when Steve and Kevin, the two declarers of the hand, after the match, were talking about it. I'm sure a lot of people would have gotten a lot out of their discussion about how they ended up declaring this hand. But anyway, I'm just going to share my perspective on defense. So it went four hearts on my left, and they alerted it as that they play Namyats. Namyats is a convention where they could open four clubs to show a really strong hand with hearts. So they're limited in how many tricks four hearts shows. I think that they have some rule. It's like eight tricks or something. But I do see the vulnerability. North South is Vol, and we're not. So I know Steve's not crazy. He's usually going to either have an 8 card suit or be 7-4. Those are the two times you'd expect somebody to open four hearts. So those are the two shapes I'm putting him on. When it goes four hearts, pass to me. A part of me wanted to balance a little bit, but the problem is that I think that the chances are my partner also has short hearts. So if my partner had an opening hand with short hearts, there's a good chance he would have made a takeout double or made an action. So the fact that he didn't act means that it's probably kind of a split decky kind of hand. I don't either. It's my partner doesn't have a perfect takeout, and I can't really afford to reopen double for takeout because then if partner bids clubs, I don't have clubs for them, and that's what double of four hearts is. It's just a takeout double. So I decided to pass it out, and partner led the 10 of clubs, and dummy came down. You can see with this hand, and first thing that I thought when I saw that 10 of clubs is, wow, I really hope Warren hasn't led 10 of clubs from king 10 9 6 of clubs, because if that's the case, Declare's just going to win the queen of clubs and we're going to lose our club trick. And I think there's a decent chance that Warren would have led club from the king in this auction, but he did not. So at trick one, when it went low, I was thrilled. And now West won the king, and I had a couple things going through my mind not West, Steve South won the king, and it was a little weird to me that he won the king. I was thinking, did my partner underlead the ace of clubs? It's possible he might have, but I think that's a very dangerous thing to do. And Warren doesn't tend to do just completely unilateral things like underlead aces. So I think that Steve's got both the ace king of clubs. So immediately, if he's got both the ace king of clubs, I know that he doesn't really have like really good hearts. That there's a good chance that my partner has the king or the queen of hearts, and so. Yeah, so the next thing Steve did was he played a spade, and partner played low, the deuce, and it went queen, and I won the king. So now I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to think, is there urgency for me to play a diamond back? That's because one of the things I see when he's starting to set up that spade, I'm thinking to myself, well, is it possible that if I don't play a diamond back, that maybe Steve's going to be able to play another spade up and then use the jack of spades to throw away his other diamond? But I actually don't think that's what's happening, because I already know that Steve probably has 3 clubs at least. I mean, maybe 2, but it looks like he's got ace king third of clubs. If he has 2 spades, that means he's 7 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs, and 1 diamond. So I couldn't see a real reason for me to play back a diamond. What I think is going on right now is I do think that there's a really good chance that Declarer has 1 spade, 7 hearts, 1 club, and 1 diamond and 4 clubs, or maybe he has 8 hearts and 1 spade and 1 diamond. I don't really know why he would be playing spades if that was his hand, though, if he had 8 hearts. So I really am almost immediately at trick one believed that Declarer was 7-4-1-1 with 4 clubs. That's what made the most sense. So I felt that I didn't really want to play a spade back, because that was going to get him on his way to being able to set that jack of spades up to throw out. What I'm thinking is partner led the 10 of clubs. So I think there's a reasonable chance that if Declarer does have 4 clubs to the ace king, that my partner's fourth round of clubs is going to be, he'll have the 9. And so, but if I play back a spade right now and Declarer gets the ruff, I think that Declarer might be able to just give us a heart, get in, give us a heart, and then they'll be able to use those two dummy entries, the ace of diamonds to on one hand to ruff a second spade, and the second spade ruff would mean partner's ace would drop. So I didn't want to play a spade back because I felt like that was going to let them make it. And just let's check the double dummy solver. Oh, I can't do that right now because I'm in the middle. I'm pretty sure a spade would let him make it. So then it was just down to like a diamond or a club. Now, as much as I was like incredibly confident that partner did not underlead the ace of clubs, I didn't see any downside for me to return the jack of clubs. And because if partner does have the ace, maybe we can recover and I can get a ruff. Go club to the ace club ruff. I don't think that's what's happening, but I might as well. So on the jack of clubs, it went low, and partner played the 3. Now Warren and I play what's called standard remainder count. And remainder count is when you give count with the number of cards you have left. So he had already led the 10, and now he's showing me a low card, which is odd. It's an odd number remaining. So now it's really confirming my concept, my build of this hand. I now feel like Declarer has almost certainly got 4 clubs, 7 hearts, and what looks like 1-1 in spades and diamonds. But that 3 of clubs, it's really comes in handy, because now watch what happens. Declarer wins the queen of clubs, and he plays a heart, and I play small, and puts in the jack, and partner wins the queen. So now we've taken the king of spades, we've taken the queen of hearts, and we're going to take the ace of hearts. So now Warren played back a trump because he knew that he had a 4th round club trick, very likely, very possibly. So he took that other trump off the board. But now it's my play, and this is a really, really interesting spot. I'm going to show you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to expose all the hands. I don't know if I can do this. Let's see. It might rotate us. I'm going to end this kibitzing. Well, I got to go through it again. Sorry. Let me click through the play. So it went 10 of clubs to the king, spade up to the queen, king. Now I played the jack of clubs back, and it went small. And my partner played the 3. That's, you can see he had 3 left, so he played the lowest odd remainder count, and they won the queen. If he had just 10-9 third, he would have played the 9 for me. It would have been a useless card, but it would have showed me what was going on. Or if he had 5 of them, he would have played a higher one. So now I kind of knew this position. So now he played a heart to the jack and my partner's queen. Warren knew that he couldn't play back the ace of spades. It was very important that he didn't play back the ace of spades. That would have given Declarer. Declarer could then have ruffed and then used that ace of diamonds to take that jack of spades trick. And so went 5 of hearts back to my ace, and now it was my play. And now my play, it might seem on the surface like it's not going to matter what I play, because if I play a spade, Declarer can ruff, and it looks like he just has a loser. But it turns out, if I do play a spade, and I could see this at the time, what Declarer will do is he'll start running all of his hearts, and then at the end, he'll come down to 3 cards at the end. In his hand, he'll have the 9 of diamonds, the ace-6 of clubs. And in the dummy, he'll have the jack of spades, the ace of diamonds, and the 4 of clubs. Okay, and at that point, with 3 cards left, he would play a diamond to the ace, and at that point, there would be 2 cards left. Dummy would have the jack of spades and the 4 of clubs. Declarer would have the ace-6 of clubs, and West can only keep 2 cards, and they must keep the ace of spades to stop the jack from taking a trick, but they also would need to keep both clubs to stop the 6 of clubs from scoring. So if I play back a spade, I will eventually be squeezing my partner, but by playing back a diamond, that killed the hand. So now they won the ace of diamonds. And now Steve, this is very smart by Steve. At this point, Steve played a diamond from dummy. So Steve can see that really his only hope left on this hand is that either the clubs are breaking 3-3 or that one of us mistakenly pitches, like if Warren has the 9 of clubs, if Warren didn't understand, with 2 cards to go, Warren's going to have to decide what to keep on this hand, the 2 clubs or the ace of spades. And so but if he plays the spade roughing it back to his hand, he's going to know that, okay, well, I don't need to keep the ace of spades. And if he plays a club, he's going to see that, okay, well, I see I must keep the club. But by playing a diamond, he delayed it and made it a little bit more difficult for us. But now the hard part here is on defense, being able to communicate which one Warren needs to keep. So there's 2 things that we would do. So here it goes king of hearts, small, small, discard. Like Warren knew he could throw away his diamond, but now I need to make a discard. For one thing, if I had a club, if I had the six of clubs in my hand, I would throw it right now to let Warren know, hey, the clubs, it can't be right for you to keep the club. But I don't have a club, but instead I'm going to throw a spade, and I'm going to tell him how many spades I have. We give remainder count. Because our attitude is already known, we give each other remainder count. So now I pitch the 10 of spades, telling him I have an even number of spades left. So he remembers that I have already played one and that I had an even number left. So now at this point, he knows to just keep and at this point I think that he actually claimed, because he had seen my 10 of spades. He said, I'm keeping the club, and that's why he didn't actually play this out, is because I'm sure that there was some engaged conversation in the room to get that right. So I thought that was a ridiculously interesting defensive hand. Remainder count was the winner on this hand. I'm going to do a class on remainder count at some point in the fall, in September, when I come back from the summer break. We'll do some remainder count and understand why and how it's useful, when to give it, and what. But you saw here there were two spots where remainder count really helped us finish the hand. The Warren telling me he had an odd number of clubs remaining made me figuring out the defense of breaking up that squeeze very simple, and then me telling Warren that I had an even number of spades left made Warren know, okay, I don't need to keep my ace of spades, I'm going to keep my 9-8 of clubs. Really interesting hand for a push, but I just thought that all the little details of this hand kind of gives you a look into just how high level bridge can be played when we're playing in these levels of matches. Thank you guys soon, and I hope to see you at my newly announced June classes in 2022. Thank you very much.